I just want to point out, we've been consistent on this. You know, this has been our message from the day we began this campaign. We were talking about change when we were up, and we talked about change when we were down. And this whole change thing must be catching on, because I noticed that John McCain lately has been trying to steal my signs. You know, he's trying to make up for 26 years in 26 hours. He's flipping so fast. You know, he's spent most of the last 19 months arguing that what qualifies him to be president is the decades he spent in Washington. And suddenly, he's had a change of heart, an election time conversion. After 26 years in Washington, years where he voted for the same trickle-down, on-your-own policies that got us into this mess. You remember this. George Bush called it the ownership society. Lose your job, you're on your own. Don't have health care, you're on your own. Can't afford college, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you're on your own. John McCain voted for those laws and those policies again and again and again, and he now claims that he's the one who can clean it all up. I've got to admit, I don't know how these folks say this with a straight face. I mean, who do you think's been running the government for the last 8 years? Who's been in charge for the last 8 years? I mean, I guess they think that you don't have much sense, because they can stand up with a straight face and say, we're going to clean it all up. They made the mess. They have been running the government. They've been making the appointments. They have been in charge of the regulations. So how is it that they are now suggesting that they weren't in charge? Let's be clear. When it comes to regulatory reform, Senator McCain has fought time and time again against the common sense rules of the road that could have prevented this crisis. His economic plan was written by Phil Gramm, the architect in the United States Senate of the deregulatory steps that helped cause this mess.